Robert, I know disappointed 0-3, but how do you feel you played the good and the bad, I guess?
No, we had too many mistakes at crucial times. Of course, the fumble, the interception early in the game, and we just got to make those plays to win the game. We actually put ourselves in a position to have a real good shot of winning the game and putting it away, and we just didn't come up with it. So, once again, proud of the way our guys fought, but we just got to clean it up.
Specific to the lost fumble, kind of diving forward, take us through the play and what happened.
I was trying to declare myself down, avoid the big hit from the safeties coming from the middle, knee down, elbow down, but it's the rule. And it can be a sucky rule, but still one of the NFL rules. And they said it's a fumble, so it's unfortunate. And I just got to make sure if I dive forward, I hold on to the ball, and if I slide feet first, then it's not a fumble.
Did you consciously lose the football then, thinking you were down?
No one consciously loses the football. I just, I hit the ground, thought I was down, and then the ball came out. So, I'm thinking, looking at the ref, that I was down, and they told me I wasn't.
Robert, did you know the rule until after that?
A couple of years ago, Eli did the same thing, slid face first, fumbled the ball. They called it a fumble. They changed the rule. I think they changed it back this year, so it just sucks.
Robert, given the game situations and the offense, how much more fluid did you think everything felt for you guys today?
I think it was a lot more fluid. When our defense was coming up big, we were moving the ball on offense, and we helped each other out there, special teams, offense, and defense. So I thought everything was a lot more fluid. But you want to come away with that win at the end of the day, and we didn't do that. So you just got to go back after it.
Is this loss more frustrating because you guys feel like you beat yourselves?
Well, yeah, I think so. And no one wants to be 0-3. We play this game to win. We don't play this game to get moral victories and, say, hey, we did better. You play the game to win, and we didn't win. But nobody in this league is going to feel sorry for us sitting at 0-3. Every time you suit up on that field, you got to be ready to play. Everybody in this league is good. And, so everybody, if they're going to point the finger, just point it up. Keep your head up. Keep your head up and fight on.
Rob, with the slide, when you're going at that fast, how hard or difficult is it to make the decision to go feet first or head first, or what's the thought process?
I think it's just an instincts thing. On the sideline, I slid with Quinn coming after me. I slid feet first because I didn't want him to hit me in the face. And on the run that I had the fumble on, I went face first just because they were a little farther away. But you can't really be out there thinking about that kind of stuff, and you just got to do it. What you react, what happens when you react, and just got to hold on the ball.
On the Aldrick Robinson touchdown, probably couldn't have thrown that any better. Just how frustrating was that to see it up on the video board probably before they even made it official?
Yes, it is. It was real frustrating, but it's not anyone's fault. We went from a moment of having a lot of excitement to knowing that, hey, we got to get back on the field and go do it again. And the one thing you try to make sure doesn't happen in those situations is you have a negative play. And we had a negative play right afterwards, and that can demoralize a team. And it was really unfortunate. We lost the game on two judgment calls, and this is the way the game went today.
What was your assessment of the interception, that play?
Coming down, I didn't get to see the throw. Got pulled and tackled on it. I thought I saw Pierre coming right back down his stem towards me on the sideline. And then when I watched it on the big screen, he actually had stepped out of bounds, and the corner behind him kept coming downhill. So another play that you make the play, it's a great play. You don't make the play, and it's a bad play, and it was a bad play.
There's been a lot of talk about the improvement of the offense, but do you have to now, just as a team, play with more desperation because you're 0-3? And I mean that in not necessarily a negative way, but as a desperate football team that must get a win.
You want to get that win. I don't know if desperation is the right word. No one sitting at 0-3 is going to say, hey, if we go 0-4, it's all gravy. No one's going to ever say that. So we were in this situation last year, sitting at 3-6, and we have to dig ourselves out of this hole. We're the only ones that can do it. No one else is going to do it for us. Nothing that we say in these press conferences or any of that is going to change it. It's decided on the field, in between the lines, and that's what we got to do.
Looked like they moved around the pocket a bit more today. Did that help you just in seeing things and easing the pressure, them not being able to tee off on you think?
I think it did help us a lot, moving the pocket. They had a very good front four. Sue and Fairley are two of the toughest in the league to block consistently. So I thought offensive line did a good job helping me out there, and moving the pocket definitely helped us get some new openings.
Robert, Coach said that he's most surprised that you guys are 0-3 out of all the things that he's seen so far through 3 games. I guess, is that the general feeling that, given that most guys are coming back for a second year, it's a second year under this system, that you never would have imagined this happening?
Yeah, that's just very unfortunate. And no matter what's happened in each of the games, if you told us we'd be 0-3 right now, we'd all, be shocked. And, it's fine. Sometimes you got to have that wake-up call. And I think we've had the wake-up call the first 2 weeks. We played better today, but we didn't get the win. So, it's time for us to dig even deeper and find a way to win football games.
Robert, you had the early zone read carry, the 21-yard game. But how much do you think, by not showing the ability to run a lot of the running stuff from you, how much do you think that just changes the way defense has been playing you guys?
I don't know. I know the threat of the quarterback running definitely helps your offense. They have to play different coverages, and they did the rest of the game. So it's something that we got to be able to use, and we were able to use it today because we didn't get behind the sticks and didn't get behind in the game so fast. So it was we got to use a lot of our game plan and offense. I thought our offense moved the ball pretty well. We just got to win, period.
It looked like in the second half you felt more fluid. I mean, confident might not be the right word, but the ball seemed to be coming out faster. Did you feel that in the second half? It seemed like the play calling became more aggressive. Was that kind of a point where you felt the fluidity that maybe you were talking about earlier?
No, I mean, we came into halftime, I think it was 17-14, so no matter what, we're in the game. It wasn't 24-0, 28-0. No, I mean, I'm not going to sit up here you want to ask me questions about myself, but I'm not going to sit up here and answer every question from you about myself. So it is what it is. We lost the game. If you want to pin it on anybody, pin it on me.
Not pin it on you. I'm just saying, did you feel more fluid in the second half, starting in the second half? It just seemed like you felt more confident or looked more confident and getting the ball out, sharper as well.
I don't know how to answer that question, brother.
You already answered it. Go ahead. You mentioned last year being 3-6. What similarities are there from last year to this year, and what can you maybe draw in the locker room as a leader, as a team, to pull yourself out of this?
Similarities sucks. The good thing about it is we do have a real family-like atmosphere in our locker room, and we have guys that are going to stick together, and that's what you need in times like these. Everybody's got to dig deep together. We can't do it individually. No one can do it by themselves. And that's a great thing, breaking. And you just see it in the locker room. Guys, you keep your head up. You're not excited about being 0-3, but we still got to go play the next week. We still got to go to work the next day. So I think the guys are doing a good job of that. And we'll dig ourselves out of this hole.
Robert, you just briefly mentioned this, the 17-14 at halftime. When you guys were in this locker room during that break, how different did that feel from the previous couple weeks?
No, it felt much different. You're not having to dig yourself out of another hole coming to the second half, playing from behind, running 2 minutes the whole second half. And, we had a chance to win the game. And that's what you want. When you come at halftime, you want to have a chance to win. And we did. And we just didn't come out with it.
With Fred already out and then losing Jordan, how much did that change things for you individually and just the offense as a whole?
Yeah, you don't want to lose anybody. You don't want to lose any tight ends. All those guys are playmakers for us. I thought Niles did a good job coming in and playing, even though it wasn't expected of him. So everybody's got to be ready. And hopefully we can get both those guys back and have some more weapons out on the field.
Thanks, Robert.
Thanks, guys.
Coach, at 3 o'clock tomorrow, guys. That's it, guys.